Cloud Whiteboarding. I'm Huey Poplock. On Tech for Seniors, we frequently talk about gadgets and new technology. Earlier this year, I attended FETC 2022. That's the Future of Education Technology Conference, which was held in Orlando. I recorded several demonstrations, including the one that I'm about to show you. This whiteboard probably is not something that you would buy. However, your local schools or your grandchildren's schools may use one or more, or may be considering it. They do sell for between $2,800 and $5,600. The model shown here is the BenQ RP7502, and the person demonstrating it is Felix Pimentel, Senior Field Applications Engineer at BenQ North America. The BenQ Corporation sells and markets technology products, consumer electronics, computing, and communication devices, including monitors, digital projectors, digital cameras, and mobile computing devices. Let's look at cloud whiteboarding.
You walk into your classroom, you have this beautiful piece of equipment, and before you start using it, you need to log in. Once you log in, as you can see, you have three methods of logging in. If I tap here, I'm going to enter my username and password, but you know what? I do not recommend doing that because the students are really, really smart to this, and they will be able to figure out your password in no time flat, right? So what we do is we go to recent users, and you can find your username there. You tap on that QR code, and now with your phone, you can scan that QR code. If you have an iPhone, you use Face ID to log in. If you have an Android, with your thumbprint, you can log in, and no one will see you entering a password. There's a third method, which is by using an NFC card. When you tap that NFC card on the board, now the board will automatically log you in. Once you're logged in, now you have the ability to personalize your user experience. You can get your own background on there, your own wallpaper. Your name will appear down at the bottom of the screen here. You can even add your picture next to your name. Once I log in, aside from being able to customize a background, if I tap on File Manager here, now you're going to see that I also have access to my Google Drive. I could also link my Dropbox, my OneDrive. So this is convenient because in any classroom that I go, I'm going to have the same exact user experience. I'm going to have the board is going to look exactly the way that I want to, and all my files are going to follow me from room to room wherever I go in that school or even the district. So that's the main advantage of doing that. By the way, there's also security features that if I don't use the board for an extended period of time, the board is going to automatically log me out to prevent unauthorized users from using my Google account. Anyway, so having said that, the other thing that we have is, of course, this whiteboard. The whiteboard, because you're recording, I want to change that background to something darker, and I'm going to change the stylus. So as you can see, in just a matter of seconds, we went from a completely whiteboard to a traditional blackboard, and you could adjust the thickness of that pen. We could adjust, select the pen color, and very easily by just going into those menus. Anyhow, so when we do that, there's also another feature that I would like to show you. We go from writing to erasing just seamlessly. There's no need to invoke an eraser tool. If I write something on the board and some of the words are a little bit closer together, and if I apply that eraser, I'm going to end up erasing something that I did not want to erase. What we can do is you can click on that eraser and immediately it goes into spot eraser mode and it's gone. But if I made a mistake and I want to bring it back, not a problem. I can always just go back and undo it. There's another set of tools that are really, really great on these boards. Give me the square root of that. There you go.
Yeah, there's no trim. Oh, thank you.
And if I make a mistake and I say instead of 44, this should have been a 46, not a problem. The board is going to go ahead and correct for that. There's so many really important tools. For instance, if I want to draw a circle, I can't really draw a perfect circle, but the board will help me do that. And it's just simply amazing. As you can see, I can just drag it anywhere I want on the screen, and that's it. Or if I want to draw a table for the kids, all I have to do is just draw my table roughly, and the board knows that this is what I want to do. So it's a number of tools that BenQ has provided. Even for the students that are actually working from home, they could not make it into class on that day. There's even a feature where I could invite them into my class, and so it will generate this QR code, or you can just tell the students to go to easywrite.benq.com, have them go to this my room. Thank you. And once they are in the room, they can actually participate in class. They will be able to see everything that I do on my board here. They will be able to see it instantly at home. And
Does it have a microphone built in? Can they hear you too?
oh God, this has an 8 microphone array built in here, so that you can record your lessons as well. So now, if I do anything that I do on my board here, he is going to be able to see instantly on his device. Now, that's only one part of it. If I invite them for co-creation mode, now all the tools at the bottom of his phone are going to become live, and he can provide input. So he'll be able to provide, let's say if it's a homework, he'll be able to send it to the class, and I'll be able to see it instantly on my board. He'll be able to submit post-it notes. And just about anything that I can do here, he can do there. So
How many people could be on at one time?
Over 30. Yes. So this is BenQ Cloud Whiteboarding. Another feature that BenQ also includes, and these are all free of charge, there's never any cost, wireless projection. So using wireless projection, I can connect my computer, and it could be a PC, it could be a Mac, iOS, Android, you name it, a Chromebook, and I can wirelessly connect my computer and display it on the board. Not only display it, I can gesture control my computer directly from the board. So if I need to access a website, I can just go on the board and just tell the computer, go to this website, and it will be displayed instantly here. If I'm a teacher and I have my entire class, 20, 30 students in my class, they're all connected to the board. I could also set the board for moderator mode, and I can select from the roster of kids that I can have them show their device on the board instantly. There's no need to walk across a room and connect a cable or anything. It's completely instantaneous. And if one student, of course, as always, is displaying something that is inappropriate, then the teacher can instantly just remove that student from the display. So these are some of the features that BenQ has been working on these boards. This is the top of the line, the BenQ RP 7502. These actually come in 65, 75, 86 inch. This is the top of the line. Below that, we also have an RM line, or a mid-range line, and we also have the RE line. They all offer very similar feature sets. Depending on the model that you go, some will have additional features like this one, but they're all great.
A lot of our attendees belong to computer user groups. Some of them have locations where they're at. Some just have a room they rent somewhere just for the meeting. But if they had their own place, they would be able to keep this there. Now, what kind of price range are we talking about? From the lowest one to the high, you say your 3 ranges. What kind of price range are we talking about?
The prices will range anywhere between $1,500 to about, the larger ones, of course, they're closer to $5,000. But there's, you have from the entry-level boards all the way to the top of the line, in that range, from about $1,500 to about $5,000.
Thank you very much.
This has been Cloud Whiteboarding. I'm Huey Poplock.